Championship Day. Yeah, this is what we live for, the moment of truth. But right now, we're the moment before the moment of truth. New Orleans, Louisiana. Yeah, wow. History, the past, the present, the future, the War of 1812, the synergies, UNC, North Carolina, Kansas, Dean Smith, Larry Brown, Roy Williams, Danny Manning, the 57 undefeated championship team from North Carolina that beat Kansas by 1 in that game. That was Wilt. Oh, my gosh. UNC that year in 57, I was 4. That team was the second of 7 undefeated teams in the history of college basketball. Coached by Frank McGuire, they beat Dick Hart that day. Kansas, 10 championship games in their illustrious history. North Carolina, 12. UCLA still has the record here. But, wow, what a weekend here in New Orleans, starting off Friday night with the Hall of Fame dinner in the French Quarter. All the new people going in, headlined by Manu, yeah, the guy that could catch a bat standing still. And then Stanford and UConn women. What a game. UConn was just brilliant. Stanford could not break free offensively, and UConn won convincingly before getting just trounced, as everybody did this year, by South Carolina. Congratulations once again to Dawn Staley. And then Saturday night, oh my gosh, the game of forever. And then we didn't even go to bed. We got up Sunday and went to the Naismith Awards over at the World War II Museum, just a few blocks from where we are at our wonderful hotel. Walker Kessler, he wins the Defensive Player of the Year. Ed Cooley, Providence Coach of the Year, and a remarkable speech. Beth Bass was honored for women's basketball contributions. Oscar Shibwe, he was Player of the Year. It was absolutely fantastic. John Calipari, always there for his players, just a spectacular human being getting it done. But the show was just overrun by Jim Nantz and his speech. Please Google that speech, YouTube that speech, Jim Nantz speech at the Naismith Awards Sunday morning. I study speakers. I study greatness. This was one of the greatest moments of my life. And then we had the Westwood One dinner last night in the French Quarter. That was over the top. And then today I'm on the Rich Eisen Show. I'm having lunch with Bob Pettit. And then the game tonight. One moment of sadness, though, before we get going here.
Sure.
Is that one of my coaches, Gene Shue, the legend, he passed away today at 90.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Say a prayer, light a candle, and live your life and our lives in tribute and honor to the great Gene Shue. But wow, what a game on Saturday night.
It sure was, Bill. I mean, that was truly unbelievable. It's so rare that a game that's so looked forward to and so hyped lives up to it and surpasses it. What do you think was the difference in that game on Saturday night? What do you think?
Games are won and lost when your best players outplay their best players. And the game that Caleb Love had, the same game that he had against UCLA, Caleb Love is one of those really special dudes. And I love Jamba Juice. And my favorite Jamba Juice is chocolate peanut butter love. And so every time I see Caleb Love, I just think of how happy chocolate peanut butter love makes me. And his ability to just score. I mean, ultimately, offense wins. And, the greatest offensive players, the guys who can just score when the defense is set and dug in, that's Kareem, and that's LeBron, and that's Michael Jordan, that's Larry Bird. And that's the guys who have written the history of this game. And so now, you've got this guy, Caleb Love, and I love underdogs. This game, this was a movie, this whole scene. And the Villanova and Kansas game, I mean, it really never became a game. Mm-hmm. Kansas just played perfect. They've been playing perfect ever since the halftime of the Miami game in the regional finals. And, they will be a huge force to be reckoned with tonight. But let's talking about Saturday night, man, that game, the fans, I was sitting right in the corner of the court, mm-hmm. just down the way from where our Westwood One broadcast position is. And I'm the prop. I'm the studio guy
yes.
in the bridge shows and everything. And so I got this fantastic seat, and then the game is right there. And then just at 1 o'clock for me is the North Carolina band. At 2:30 is the North Carolina student section. And then directly behind me at 6 on the clock is the North Carolina fan section with the alumni and the sponsors and the boosters and all the parents and everything. And it was just incredible. And there's so much animosity, there's so much tension and tenacity and all the different things that go into great athletic competition. And that's just between the fans. And so all the whole script of how this movie was going to be written, off into the sunset on his big white horse Mescalito, and the incredible storylines of them coming and then losing, and him saying it's unacceptable, we're not done yet, and they're coming back and they're playing great and they got all the best players, and then Leaky Black, Chocolate Peanut Butter Love, R.J. Davis, Brady Manick. I mean, Brady Manick, they're going to name a band after him the same way that Pearl Jam named themselves Mookie Blaylock at the beginning. And then Armando Bacot, who's such a wonderful player. And, Duke has all the stars, all the hype, all the publicity, all of everything, and they've got Coach K here. And then North Carolina, they got Hubert Davis, who a significant number of people there in North Carolina did not want Hubert Davis to be the coach for whatever reasons. And then all of a sudden he becomes the coach. They struggle mightily. They get blown out early by Kentucky in the season. They're not playing well, but then they find a way. And you got Armando Bacot, who's playing fantastic, setting records out there. And then he gets hurt with 4 or 5 minutes to go, and then he fouls out. He comes back from the dead. I mean, this was Dan Pastorini on steroids here. And so it's all happening in a brilliant scene, and this story is all right there. And every time some team scores, you think the game is over. And then 30 seconds later, it switches, and it's just back and forth and back and forth. And in the Superdome, which is like this monstrous place, you could fit 5 other stadiums inside the Superdome, and the fans were just everywhere. There was so much anticipation and joy and angst and suffering and happiness and joy, and it was all right there. And then at the very end of the game, Chocolate Peanut Butter Love makes a couple of brilliant offensive plays, and North Carolina wins the game. And it's like you're writing this story, you're making the movie, it's all right there, you're creating it, you think it's all scripted, and then somebody else comes in and writes the ending to it. Oh my gosh, what a game, what a moment, what a scene. For the rest of my life, Rich, I will be able to say that I was there. I was there, and I saw it all. And to see how happy all the winners were and to see how sad all the losers were, that's what makes our life so great. Yes, it's sport. Yes, it's a platform. Yes, it's a game. But it means so much to all of us. And to have the fans right there.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.